Hello everyone, it's me, the Popstar Champ, here to bring you my raw thoughts on the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. There's a lot to cover here, so let's just skip the intro and get right into it. First, we had the character introduction of Ken from Street Fighter and Incineroar from Pokemon Sun and Moon. And these two are important to keep in mind with the characters because of two things. One, these are the final characters that are in the game for now, but two, it also confirms that the Grinch leak that's been going around that revealed a few characters that I'm not going to list off, but included some fan favorites, turned out to be, well, just fake leak, which is both impressive considering how well it seemed to be being proved right, but I guess in the end a leak's a leak and we can't really expect it to be real until it's proven. And it's been proven false, so I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Anyway, looking into these two, Ken is okay. In my personal opinion, when I was playing with VU in Smash 4, he wasn't really my cup of tea. I didn't really mind him, and it was kind of cool to have, like, Mr. Friend Game himself in Smash, so it was nice, and maybe Ken would be my better playstyle in comparison to VU, but he's just alright. And then we have Incineroar from Sun and Moon, and while I was hoping that we would get maybe Decidueye, not because I like him better specifically, but more so that, like, we have Charizard and Greninja, we could have like a grass final Evo. It still makes sense to have Incineroar because he's literally a wrestler, so it's fine, I guess. And he actually looks pretty interesting. He has his own unique kind of counter. It's not just like a blowback move, but like a strengthening move, which is interesting. He has a lot of input commands, and his posing is kind of a cute touch, so that's interesting. And well, that's basically all it for those two. So let's move on to the next thing, which was the all-new Spirits mode, which is basically going to be replacing all the trophies in Smash. And in my opinion, I actually kind of like this system. I'll get more into detail about it, but I actually kind of like how it's replacing trophies because while I like trophies, I actually don't have like a problem with them in any capacity. I think having the spirits is better because they said themselves that it was kind of hard to develop all the different trophies and give them all 3D models and stuff like that. And in some cases, they weren't even really like fully 3D. And like maybe Mr. Game Watch's case, there was just like having to make like a stand or anything like that. So I'm actually kind of okay with them just pulling images because if it means we have like maybe already like 600 trophies with like 3D models of that stuff, with these images, they can have maybe like 1,000 different spirits, which is pretty insane to think about. I mean, if it's literally just pulling images, they could have like almost every single image from any game that they want, which is pretty insane. And another reason why I like them beyond trophies is because of the fact they have like a utility, so it's like so it'll be like, oh, I can take this gooey spirit from Kirby. I can't remember which Kirby game it's from, but like from this one Kirby game, and use him in my team and equip myself with him, and actually like see what he's like and how he works for me. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this thing like beyond just like looking at it. So it actually has like a function that will make me care about them beyond trophies where I just kind of collected them and then just kind of had them collect digital dust pretty much because I almost never looked at them. And there's the whole leveling up spirits and chaining them together and a bunch of other stuff like that. So that was all neat. But now, let me see. I'm just trying to scroll through the list. Give me a second. Let's talk about online mode next. That sounds like a good. Wait, no, actually, no. Let's talk about assist trophies instead, actually. So there's a bunch of assist trophies here, and this was also another point where I'm sure a lot of people kind of had their dreams crushed because despite the leak or not, there were some people who were hoping that, like, Shadow would get in as an Echo, like me, in all honesty. I didn't really care that much, but it would have been neat, and Isaac and stuff like that, and honestly, I actually do really feel bad for anyone who really wanted them to be full-fledged characters other than just like not being seen up until now. So it is kind of unfortunate that we got our hopes up a little bit, but I guess there's always next time. So unfortunately, there's that. Then now let's jump into online play. It seems to be. I actually don't have like, a problem with how it's being set up. It looks nice, like being able to have like stock online, which really wasn't the thing in Smash 4, which was kind of odd. Like it was only 2-minute matches, which kind of got boring after a while. Like I still played a lot of it, but it was like I wish I could change the rules. So now it's good you can do it with like random people and not just like specifically friends, which I couldn't really do. And there's a whole tag feature and getting coins and looking at the spectator mode and all that stuff. And then there's the Nintendo Switch Online, which would probably be like the second game incorporating that app, which I guess is better than nothing, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, let's see, on to the next thing. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Then this is a bunch of tiny features like helping mob smash, which is basically just like multi-man smash, replays, tips, and challenges, and stuff like that. Yeah, and all that stuff. So I'm just looking at like a list. That's why I'm kind of just like scattering right now. Let's see. I'm gonna move on to. I'm gonna move on to the third fighter that was released in this game, and it was Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant is now a character in Super Smash Brothers. I still don't know why they went with Piranha Plant. Like, I think it's funny. It's like actually hilarious. I'm glad, in like the ironic way of like, huh, this isn't what I wanted. This makes no sense, and I love it. I love how this is something I didn't really want. It's amazing, but still, just like I'm trying to wrap my head around it, and it's just so odd. And the funny thing is that including him being like a DLC character who's free, luckily, if you get the game fast enough, it helps people like say me who want Bandana Wallaby in the game because it's So I guess if they have literally just a generic plant monster from Mario, then why can we have a Goomba with a hat from Kirby, as people have been saying? Which, I mean, sure, people can think that way, but now the floodgates are completely open. Piranha Plant as a fighter, as a DLC character, soon after launch, so that's funny to see. And finally, I'm going to talk about the adventure mode, World of Light. First off, that cinematic was probably one of like the best cinematics I've ever seen. It's just the voice acting from Zelda, Marth, and Fox and stuff like that. That was crazy. And then there was the legions and legions of master hands, maybe some crazy hands, and that angelic winged supernova of light that just killed everyone except for me, the Popstar champ Kirby. Or yeah, and everyone just getting annihilated. Like Sonic feeling like he could have gone away, but like trying to reach out for Pikachu's hand, but just couldn't make it in time and got moved by himself. Snake trying to hide in the box and just getting completely destroyed, which was actually kind of hilarious. And everyone just trying to run away, and everyone just turning into spirits, and that entire cutscene was just phenomenal. And they just got like 20 times better when the lyrics for the main theme of Ultimate started playing. I was like, wow, wow, wow. This is unprecedented. This is just beyond my own imagination. Sakurai said that he wanted like to bring the imaginary aspect of Smash back into play after 64, where it was implied like you were playing with toys. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm imagining this fight and just trying to get back to being like a toy or something like that. And he really did bring it back in like full force. It's really like something else. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. And yeah, Crew was the only one who avoided the entire world obliterating rays of doom and destruction, and now he's going to be the first person I assume that you play with to get everyone back, so that should be a very interesting romp. And it seems so far, based on what we saw, it was like just kind of like fighting people in like spirit battles, which is also another thing I forgot to touch on, but I'll get back to that. So it seems like it's just like spirit battles and uncorrupted everyone else who got annihilated and turned into evil trophy drones or something like that. But I think there will be more to it. We just have only seen like the spirit battles themselves, so I guess maybe there are other saving some stuff, hopefully, because if it is just battles, that will be kind of weird, but I'm sure there'll be more, so I have faith in them. And let's see what else. So yeah, I just can't wait to see what that's like, and maybe even play through it with a buddy. I hope. I'm sure they'll have like a two-player mode like Subspace itself, and I just can't wait to see how it shakes out to be and what the final boss and stuff will be like. And so here's the thing: when I get back with spirits, I don't think if a spirit is in the game, it deconfirms that person who is like a spirit sprite from being in the game. Like people have been saying Gino as a spirit, or Shantae as a spirit, or in my case, like a bunch of Xenoblade Chronicle 2 characters as spirits, like specifically like Zeke, Tor, or like Pyro and stuff like that, and people think like they're deconfirmed from that. And well, technically speaking, that's still like plausible, and they might be deconfirmed by that. I don't think they are because, well, let's take this for example. Kirby's a spirit, like he's in the Robobot armor, so it's not like him himself, but it is still Kirby, the character, who's a spirit. And I'm going to assume that pretty much every Smash character will have their own like alternate looking version of themselves as like a spirit. So I don't think I don't think someone having like a spirit before they're actually like, in the game as a fighter is going to deconfirm them. So as long as it's not like an assist trophy, I think they'll still have a chance as DLC characters. That's part of the five that will be coming out eventually, including Piranha Plant being number 6, because he's like free. It wasn't like part of like the secrets. He was like just the first one, so it's 6 DLC characters, including him. So if you see someone as a spirit, don't give up hope yet if they're not as Sister for you or anything else. So hopefully some Xenoblade Chronicles 2, maybe Shantae somehow, if like as DLC, or anyone else who you've seen as a spirit who you really want to get in is still going to be able to make it, so don't give up hope just yet. And that's about some of my thoughts on the direct. So in all honesty, I actually thought the direct was really, really good in my opinion. Like there are some things I was hoping for, but they're like really, really personal, and it wasn't like, oh, I wanted to see if Bandana D or Sword from Kingdom Hearts get in the game. Oh, it's just Incineroar and Ken. Okay. So while they may have been like disappointing, like in comparison to like King K. Rool, like Ridley, and maybe they could have like switched around when they revealed who, like maybe like Ridley could have been in this trailer, like maybe it could have been like Ken was in the September direct, and then Incineroar could have been like in this one, but then King K. Rool comes out and being like, I'm gonna challenge you as well, and that would be like a better way to like make the final people more exciting than like just one character and one Echo. That probably would have been better, but otherwise I don't really like mind them being not the characters that I want. They could have been organized differently. Like even Sakurai himself said that, oh, I think we went a bit too fast with these. Regret that slowed down a little bit. So I guess it makes sense that they just kind of like accidentally went too far. But otherwise, I was kind of fine with that by itself. And it finally did deconfirm the glitch leak, which I didn't really hate. But now just putting that talk to rest, so now we can calm down and talk about what's actually the facts and have healthy discussions again, because it was kind of getting a bit nasty on Twitter and stuff like that. Like it was getting just a bit too heated, like on both sides. Like people, well, let's just drop that. That's fine. So there was that. There's some new spirits, which I find to be very, I find to be very interesting, and it's going to lead into this whole new mode of imagination and wonder and spirit in the world of light of Ultimate, and just generally the gameplay itself looks like it's going to be really fun. So all in all, I'm pretty pumped. December 7th can't come fast enough. It's just over 5 weeks away, and I just can't wait to smash with my friends, smash online, save everyone from the horrible curse of the Wings of Light or whatever, and just sharing this Ultimate Smash experience with all of you. Thank you for listening to my rambling thoughts on the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. And until next time, I'm warping out. See ya.